This video is brought to you by Madhaus Collectibles. Okay, so here we have Pangu Toys PT-02, Mighty Miracle God. Sorry, I keep forgetting what the name of this thing is, and I have to keep looking at the box. Anyway, Pangu Toys PT-02, Mighty Miracle God, aka Omega Supreme from the G1 cartoon. This is a legend scale version of Omega Supreme. And as you can see when you take them out of the box, obviously there's a couple of a little bit of parts forming going on here. You have to put these things together. Before I jump into this, I do want to point out I completely forgot while I was taking the all the stuff out of the box for the initial unboxing part. I forgot this guy was in the bottom of the box, and I knew I was going to forget him, but there he is. I have no idea what this is. He looks vaguely familiar, I will be honest. Like, I don't know, I saw some reference to him, or, you know, early on in the Transformers cartoon, or I don't know. Anyway, go ahead and leave some comments down below if you want. Let me know who this guy is, because I don't know. Anyway, moving on. So obviously you got the two arms over here and the tracks over here, and you just need to assemble them. Obviously the arms attached to the shoulder components here. Tracks go on the back. Fairly simple. Actually, one of the things that I thought was interesting was both of these components that make up the rocket. The two body parts are identical. They're identical, they're exactly the same, even to the point that they both have a door, right, for, you know, the Autobots to climb into the rocket, which is kind of funny, because when you put the rocket together, it would stand, you know, like this, and this would be the door. So why is this here? Anyway, what's interesting is that both the bottom or top parts of the rocket, depending on your perspective, are also removable. So you can actually swap these two components around for whatever reason. And, you know, there you go. I guess they're just, you know, saving money on, you know, design. I'm assuming DX9 did the exact same thing, right? Because this is the thing with this, is that this is a KO of DX9 Gabriel, apparently. I don't know, because I didn't actually own DX9 Gabriel, but anyway, we'll get into that in a minute. So all you need to do is actually, so you want to open up these doors. They are flush with the body when you get it, like that. So you can use this portion right here to pop it open, and then you can stick your finger inside to extend out the bicep, basically, and close this door back up. You're going to do the exact same thing with this guy. Open this door, extend the bicep, close it up, just like that. And then these, which is the bicep swivel, these grooves here just slide right into the shoulder. Easiest way to do it is obviously just go ahead and extend the arms out. And I'll just bring this in closer for a second so you can see this. So as you can see, there's you know, tabs that the arms will slide onto, just like that. Doesn't really matter which way you put it on, because of the bicep swivel, you'll be able to pivot the arm around whichever way you want. And now I can't remember, is the claw his right hand? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You choose what you want to do with your figure. It's your money. So there you go. So there's the two arms on there, very easily. And then for these guys, the tracks which go on the back underneath his backpack, it's these two slots here. There's tabs on the backpack that you just push these onto and you snap the backpack over top of it. As you can see, there's a great big open space here for them to fit inside. So this whole portion right here just flips up. You just need to untab it. There we go, from the back. And then there's the four ports, and you literally just slide that on there. Do the same thing with this guy. Geometry is a thing, and then bring the backpack down, tab it back into place, and there you go. And there he is out of the box. I'll just adjust the camera slightly because he's very, very tall. There we go. Yeah, so before I jump into the initial impressions, I will tell you that one of my initial impressions was the fact that this is the box that this comes in. You know, the black box is inside this plain cardboard one, and if you'll notice, the font on this box and the style of this box looks suspiciously like deformation space. So these two boxes, right, same box style, same font, and so as part of my initial impressions, that's the thing that caught my attention right away, especially since I seem to remember that there was something about Deformation Space had spun off another company and made a KO of an Optimus Prime. I think it was the Transform Element Light of Peace. Transform Element? Anyway. They'd done a KO of an Optimus Prime and they got chased off into oblivion. And then all of a sudden now here we are with another Pangu Toys figure, but it's another KO from another company because, as I said earlier, apparently this is DX9 Gabriel. Now I don't know because I never owned DX9 Gabriel, never had my hands on one, I've never actually seen one. So I'm just going off of what the rest of you are saying out there in the world, that this is identical even down to the transformation of being DX9. So all that being said, it is tainting my initial impression of this. There's, you know, some tomfoolery going on, if you will. But anyway, all that aside. The other thing that I thought was interesting was these are the instructions, and these are the most poorly folded, thrown together instructions I've ever seen. This literally somebody just took two pieces of paper, folded them together as quickly as they could, jammed them into the box, and sent it on its way, but they're in color, so that's nice. Let's take a look at this guy. Overall, again, so the details on it are really, really nice. Again, especially in a figure this size. It's a legend scale size figure, and it looks really good. There's paint applications all over the place. I think the only thing that's not painted is the biceps here and the tracks. I think they're just a beige plastic. I could be wrong. The orange claws are also just orange plastic, but very, very nice color. It's all very well done. But I mean, there's, you know, little areas of silver, gunmetal gray, right? These details, the venting here, the, you know, hydraulic piping. There's even some like the hydraulic effects, right, or whatever you want to call them, in the elbows. When you open up the elbow, it exposes them. Same thing with the knee, right? If you open up the knee, right, you get these hydraulics in here, so that's really, really nice instead of just a big open gap there. So that's cool. Some of the disappointment is that he's a little floppy. Like his universal joint and his hips are really loose. I'm sure it's easily fixed with some kiki or some floor polish, something like that, just to thicken up those joints a bit. Torso is the same thing. Like the torso, so he just wants to fall backwards to some degree, but the torso is really, really loose. But other than that, like, so the arm joints and the elbow joints are really nice. There's decent articulation. There's a bicep swivel, shoulder rotation, head rotates. There's articulation on the cannon, articulation in the claws. Oh, by the way, this, so I think you'd obviously see this, but this particular part, that's the claws, just wants to sort of wiggle its way out constantly, so you're constantly having to do that. The other thing is that there's no stopping point for the claws or the legs of the rocket. So when you're standing the rocket, these will actually continue to expand to the point that it'll actually push this part out, and then sometimes the rocket actually falls over because of it. So again, you're constantly playing with this to get it to stay in place, but again, the details are really nice. Like the details on the legs down here, you know, the gunmetal gray details in here, the yellow on the front with the silver effects. It's decent. I like it. Translucent red plastic here as well, which is a nice touch. I like it. I think it's nice. It's disappointing that it is a KO. It sort of taints my overall initial impression of it, because I don't necessarily like that type of stuff. But it's good. It's probably, you know, it'll be interesting to be able to compare it or see what it's like against New Age Michael right there, Omega Supreme. When it comes out, I have to assume it's going to be a better figure overall, just because they have some motorized effects going on. But there's nothing wrong with this, except for the fact it's a KO in my mind. But anyway, otherwise, that's just me. That's my personal opinion. Don't listen to me. Anyway, guys, that's it. If you like these videos, please go ahead and hit that like button down below. It always helps out a lot. Please don't forget to subscribe. I do have a whole bunch of videos that I have planned. I'm going to try to pump them out as quickly as I can. Parkour. I got the MMC Combaticons, the reissues. I have those. I still have New Age Skyfire / Firefox sitting in the box. I found I have New Age David, who's, you know, their Optimus Prime, was sitting in my basement that I bought a year ago that I completely forgot about. And a whole bunch of other videos coming. So please make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you get all the notifications as I release the videos. And as always, I'm the Rusty Mechanic, and we'll see you next time.